every time I think I lost them.
What's that you say? ReW and who? What's that you say? There's a quirky.
All right, everyone, give it up for MiCk DaViS. Yeah.
Okay, this one's titled Love's Fit. What you mean I can't get high? I've seen you drink your beer. You're free to drink yourself to death while I smoke my doobie. I have no fun to numb your pain. So don't you tell me how to live, for that I must abstain from joy and lust and ecstasy. Have pleasure, have misery in that you choose. It's happiness I treasure. Oh, Father, pray forgive my sins. You grovel on your knees. You hide your face in guilt and shame. Your phantoms to appease. Oh, ghosts of purity, you're all dead. So be gone forever. I know I sin, I for pleasure. And what is love but sharing bliss? With others free to give. Wild sex for just a kiss. Our precious life to live. Old heart that hate me for my pleasure. In prison bars they cannot part. With gold their only treasure. Living lives of guilt and fear, unable to break free. They trample freedom into dust. They jail not kill me. But I stand strong and sing my song. The freedoms I have won will liberate mind and soul, not with a bomb or gun. And bet your life they can't stop me. You bet I love DLT. The price of freedom, vigilance. I am love's vigilante.
Wow. So you have a lot to say, MiCk DaViS. Yeah, let's just break down the house here. Here you go. So
Okay.
wow. So you're a vigilante?
Look,
Come here. We're very close-knit family here on ReW. Yeah. Wow. Are you
what?
a vigilante?
Well, love's vigilante can be interpreted in many ways.
Okay.
I think everybody should be a vigilante.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, vigilante is someone negative connotation of taking the law into your own hands. But sometimes when the law is lawless, you don't have much choice.
Ah. And when would the
Well, in many circumstances, when government does illegal things that harm the people, when a cop gets a bully cop and becomes abusive to the citizen,
Yeah.
with impunity,
Right.
it's a lot that needs changing, and it's up to the individual to stand up and change it.
Right.
Right on.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's right?
So do you think that the times have been changing or they've stayed the same and now it's just public?
Well, I've been through the 60s, haven't we all? No, actually some people are too young. But that was a time of almost
Well,
revolution.
through osmosis.
Yeah, that was a time of really revolutionary
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
There was a cultural revolution because of the changes in the music scene.
Right.
The British invasion,
Yeah.
rock really became mainstream. We had some very outspoken leaders in those days,
Absolutely.
which the CIA assassinated, of course, up to and including John Lennon, I believe.
You
And
think they hired him?
he was a brainwashed assassin. They get a hold of people who are. They do hypnosis,
Yeah.
electric shock. They brainwash them to do whatever they wish.
Right.
There's a book Manchurian Candidate, about how they brainwashed
It's
assassins.
a movie too, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was, yeah. And how the government agents will like up and brainwash people to carry out murders, whatever they want done. And usually the person doesn't live too long after that, like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Right. So do you think Dell and Apple have government connections?
Oh, the government infiltrates all the media
Yeah.
and all big corporations.
Of course.
If they don't infiltrate, they make it economically necessary for the corporation to
Get this piece.
the University of the Streets. I'll take that.
Yeah, and because you seem like you're really well knowledged in this realm of conspiracy. Yeah.
Like 9/11, no doubt about it. I researched it.
A lot of people have.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the Pentagon thing?
I don't think any plane ever really hit the
A lot of people don't believe that.
Yeah.
So what about the lives lost? You think that they were just...
It's hard to say what they did. They may have abducted a plane load of ordinary passengers and just did away with them. I mean, let's face it, they could kill 100 passengers in a plane if they could kill 3,000 in those towers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it was all orchestrated. It was a military operation that had to be prepared well in advance. You don't put demolition explosives in a building like WT7, third building that collapsed.
Yeah.
It's not touched by a plane. Demolition with explosives. It takes weeks or months to set that
down in its footprint.
Yeah,
I read about that.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. I know. So what do you think they're doing now?
I hate to think of it, but I just want to live out the rest of my life without getting assassinated for my outspoken views.
Yeah, well, you're a musician. You're
I want to rock on.
Yeah. Who are your role models as rock stars?
Oh, there's so many influenced by Elvis Presley.
Oh.
Okay, he was the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Unique talent.
Well, you have a little shirt, like Elvis would wear.
A little bit, yeah.
Elvis.
Who else influenced me? Jim Morrison. No doubt about
okay.
it. Yes, I like
I think
poems.
Jim Morrison would wear those pants.
I think so.
Yeah.
And some of them I made into songs, including the one you just heard.
Where'd you grow up?
Bronx.
I was born in the Bronx.
All right, where?
Lebanon Hospital.
I was born in Manhattan, but I grew up in the Bronx.
And I never lived in the Bronx. I just was born there. Exactly.
It was a rough place. I was in the South Bronx as a kid.
Yeah.
And you survived that, man. You gotta be strong.
But it wasn't so bad then. It was...
Well, my parents were not wealthy at all. We lived in the Highbridge Project in the South Bronx.
Oh, okay.
And I saw things that, you know.
Like Fort Apache?
Not far, near Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, that's where I was. That's where
Yeah.
Lebanon Hospital is. My mother grew up in that neighborhood.
Yeah, they moved up to the concourse, which is a little
That's
bit-
where she lived.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, between Jerome and the concourse. Yes, exactly, near Yankee Stadium. But when did you get your first guitar?
Oh, I guess back in the late 60s, but I never really learned to play it too well. Until maybe the late 80s when I started getting more into music, I got involved with the Lower East Side band. And I'm not a great guitarist, but I can sing and do percussion. Yeah.
And you're telling stories that are very important to you. So, what else is art? I mean, don't
The
you
thing
think?
is to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You want to go into music as a professional, you're going to be up against a lot of difficult people, a lot of difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
Then you enjoy it. Then it'll be worthwhile. It'll be a hobby. You're not out for every cent you can get out of it.
Right.
That's when it's fun.
So what do you do to make a buck?
I'm an electronics engineering consultant.
An electronics engineer and consultant.
Engineering consultant.
You consult engineers?
Well, no. I do engineering, but as a self-employed engineer. I work for companies that have clients that are companies. I did a lot of design work for electro-harmonics.
Oh, I love it. I want that vocal guitar pedal, that one pedal.
Talking pedal?
The vocal one that you...
There's one called the talking pedal. I designed way back when.
Really? Because I You know Otto, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's always telling
Oh,
me.
he worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he knows me. Yeah.
Exactly. He's
Wow.
been promising me that pedal forever. Oh,
And since then, I've done design work for Pigtronics,
good for
including
you.
the mothership
Other shit.
guitar synthesizer.
Wow.
Did you get the little guitar amp that they have? It's like this little, it's like a little head and it runs the amp.
That's not Pigtronics. I've seen that.
Oh,
And right now I'm doing design work for X5, the Chinese manufacturer of guitar pedals. And I may just come up with something better than that.
all right.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are like,
Thank you.
can you rewire anything?
I do solid state circuit design. There are many different subdivisions of the fields of electronics, just like there are many different.
Can you fix elevators?
No.
Oh, darn it.
You got to report it to the city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're more of like a music
Yes.
electronic person.
Yes.
So if your guitar broke, can you fix it
Yeah. Yeah, but the guitar wiring is pretty simple.
for
The
you,
electronics, like an Alex.
but not for you?
No, not for me.
Cool. Can you fix my loop station?
Huh?
Can you fix my loop station?
What?
My loop station?
His loop.
It's not like it's a pedal.
If it's digital, I don't work on those.
Good for you. What do you think of this
It's an
digital
old one.
world?
All right, digital
Yeah.
equipment
Yeah.
has advantages in that, like a computer, there are many things you can program it to do in sequence, you can preset effects and so on. That's handy.
Yeah.
But there's a certain sound and functional quality to analog electronics. Which I am not,
Yeah.
but haven't yet do analog stuff.
Ah.
I get the work because I'm well known for doing that. I've years of experience, and I like that sound.
Yeah, you have to have a
Today.
beauty secret too, because you say you've been around for so long, but you look so good.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
What do I do? Well, I'm a health nut.
Yeah.
I work out, I jog, I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat in a vegan restaurant if you're here.
Good for you.
I take every vitamin known.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I
Like
do
how
not.
many?
15, 20.
Like, can you name a few?
Oh, the typical ones, C, D, A, Z, the whole alphabet, and a lot of supplements like selenium, zinc,
Yeah.
that are specific.
How
to
long
my
have
needs.
you been taking them?
40 years. I don't know.
Really?
That really does you. It really
You
does.
believe in the vitamin thing?
Oh, yeah, but it's much more than that. I mean, if you have a bad
It's diet. It's
vitamin,
all
yeah,
about
exactly.
Today's.
Don't follow that.
That's not something you follow.
Exactly.
every
What'd you eat today?
Today,
Yeah.
I had my usual vegetarian breakfast and lunch.
What's that?
Oh, nothing too interesting, really. But I'm going to a vegan restaurant, Angelica's.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
And there is nothing you can order there that is bad for you.
True.
I mean, it's
So
not like you
good.
walk into a McDonald's. If I walk into a McDonald's, I'd probably throw up before I ate anything.
Do you drink coffee?
Oh, I love coffee,
So
yeah.
you can drink that in McDonald's.
Yeah, that's all I go in there.
That's fine. That
Although
works.
They put dairy milk in it, which I wouldn't want.
You can drink it black. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go there.
But if you practice all these things and you start young,
Yeah.
you'll never get old. The only thing I can complain
Well,
about
chronologically, you will.
What?
Chronologically, you will.
oh, chronologically,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Of course.
You can't stop that. I wish
No.
you could.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of. I like chronologically getting older because
You
you have.
do?
Yeah, 'cause you have more adventures and you have more experiences to.
Yeah, that's true. Wisdom,
Yeah.
wisdom comes
It's the
with
physical
experience.
things you want to slow down a little bit, so you
Yeah,
can chronologically live longer and have more adventures in this realm.
Yeah, well, you can't
That's just
run.
my opinion.
You can't run 3 miles a day for your life. Once you pass 40,
How are
or
your
so-
knees?
I hurt a little, but I managed to do my. Yeah,
Yeah, well, we're in New York, so I mean, we walk by osmosis. Like, when people come here, they don't realize how much we walk, and when we go somewhere else, people don't realize we just do it without thinking because we walk everywhere.
Oh, and the other thing's very important. Do not smoke tobacco.
Okay, but you can smoke the other things.
Yeah.
Ah!
I have a few stories I wrote about the other thing.
Alright.
Like Viva Sativa.
Yeah, that works. That
That
works.
is purely healthy. There's never been any documented link. The word little bronchitis from irritation.
Yep.
But I heard it's good for asthma and it's good for.
I had asthma as a kid.
Me
I haven't
too.
had it since.
Yeah. Well, I did when I started smoking some weird other stuff, but you know.
We'll go into that later.
Just kidding. Just kidding. So on our show, it is National Crepe Suzette Day. I don't know if you'll have any crepe Suzette.
I'll save my appetite for the vegan.
But
Yeah.
we have other little treats for
Oh,
a
cool.
society.
What's in it?
It's actually mint. It should be okay. I don't think you'll have a McDonald's experience. But we'd love to get a skeleton from your closet because I know you've had a lot of experiences and maybe you could share a skeleton. Some kind of trouble you've gotten into.
Well, when I lived in the South Bronx in the project contest.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
I never got caught.
Good for you. Good for you.
Unlike, I was smart, unlike some of them. I mean, they either wound up in jail or in a grave, but I lived to move out of there.
Do you remember the best thing you ever got? That you ever shoplifted?
No.
No?
I'm not particularly proud of that achievement. I've done better things since.
Of course you have. So musically, are you playing any gigs coming up?
No specific gigs coming up. I played, when they used to have an open mic at Choga's, I played there with my friends. Before that, the back fence, they closed.
Yeah.
Choga's closed.
Yeah.
And before that was the greatest rock venue since
It was,
CBGB's.
yeah, it wasn't open very long though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we played it regularly Wednesday nights.
Ah.
And now I have some jams I go to every 2 or 3 days. St. Mark's place. A great place on a nice day of Sunday.
It's
Come there
changed,
early in the
doesn't it?
afternoon.
It looks like a Hollywood set now, Washington Square Park, doesn't it?
It's being used that way.
Yeah.
But it's not always. Sometimes it's
It
cool.
looks like it used to, you think? They've redone it though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It's pretty. It looks good. Yeah. So when you were young, did you used to hang out in the park too?
Yeah, now and then. Usually Tompkins Square Park.
Ah.
Yeah, I played a number of times in Tompkins Square Park at the, they have every year they have an annual series of events for commemoration of the police riot in 1979, I believe it was. And I played a number of times there with the Dave Peel and Lower East Side. I was in that band for a long
David
time.
Peel.
But since then, the events have become more sporadic, and I'm not in his band anymore,
Okay.
and it's not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Way back in the 60s, it was just a free-for-all.
Yeah.
I met the Grateful Dead played there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you were just saying about like even John Lennon. Did you ever meet John Lennon?
No, unfortunately. I wish I had.
Only David Peel got to meet John Lennon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, David exploited John, yes.
Yeah. So, do you have any heroes that you like to meet? You know who you remind me of? Doug Henning.
You
Do
know,
you hear that all the time?
I hear that. I hear I look like a lot of other people.
You
Most of whom are already dead.
I don't know if Doug Henning. I was sitting here trying to. I knew it was the magician, but like, yeah. Is he's not dead, probably.
No, I don't think so.
No. He is. Wow.
I don't know.
Oh
He
my.
died very young.
No.
Sometimes when I play and sing, and if I'm really in the right frame of mind, if you know what I mean, it's like I'm channeling another artist.
I think we all do that. I think that's a very artsy thing that happens.
Hmm?
Yeah, totally. Who do you think you channel the most? I hear Dylan
Maybe
a
Jim
little bit.
Morrison.
And I think, do you like Dylan?
I respect Bob Dylan for his early material, which was more poetry than music.
Right.
I mean, he never.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but more recent years, well, he got into religious fanaticism. He became more. I don't believe in that. They can offer me $1 million, I will never do a commercial.
You really believe that?
For me, absolutely.
Really?
Some people have no scruples about that. Even the Stones sold out to corporate interests.
Well, it's kind of like when you have a lot of alimony to pay. You know, I mean,
I wish I had some corporate interest.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but I understand your point. Yeah.
Your heart. You're not harming anyone by doing it, and you deserve what you have. That's why I could never begrudge or be jealous of John Lennon for his wealth. He earned it honestly.
Absolutely.
He used it wisely. He harmed no one.
Right.
Except the government, who then shot him.
Wow.
Aww. Well, it's a real pleasure having you visit us.
Thank you.
You're extremely knowledgeable and talented. And Gary Null, do you believe in anything he does?
I don't follow him closely.
Yeah.
I do believe in his overall philosophy of health and being outspoken. You know, I could say I like him. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any health gurus?
You get on the internet and you read all about what's supposedly good for you. You see a lot of bullshit there too.
Yeah.
And things to sell products. Sources, even medical studies.
Yeah.
The service
Do you have good genes just generally? Are your parents healthy too?
My parents lived all in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know. How old were you in the 60s?
In the 60s.
Old enough to party?
Yeah.
So then you're 60 something?
72. What?
No way. You're 72?
Yeah. Physically, chronologically older.
Well, yeah. Wow. Chronologically, you're 20s?
But the thing is, I like to for my friends.
Holy shit.
You know?
You're amazing. Wow. 72? I want to be like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I'm going to be just like you.
Well, you might be. You're on your way. You do like the smoking, not cigarettes. Wow, what's your birthday? So you're almost 72 and a half.
Yeah.
Almost. Wow.
I try not to.
Does life get better?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Because
Yeah.
physically, you can't be quite where you were when you're 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
But you change if you're open-minded
Yeah.
and you think information. And by the way, the internet is the greatest source of information. You
It
the
is.
objective one.
Isn't it called the highway?
Yeah, information superhighway.
Yeah.
You gain wisdom. There is no,
And not wait.
Right.
Exactly.
You can never gain wisdom through education. You're being educated in college or whatever. You're learning to function for someone else's agenda. They're teaching you things to do. Your employers, they don't give a damn about your particular life.
Unless you get a lucky good teacher.
There are a few. There are also some absolute sadists that psychologically
I agree.
abuse their students.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. So do you have a website that you want to share with anybody?
Yeah, www.howardmickdavis.com.
Nice. And
That's basically for if you need any engineering or technical services regarding guitar electronics.
Good
If
to
you
know.
need an engineer, if you need some repairs.
if they want you to come sing for them?
Well, I'm not into music for money.
That's
But if
okay.
there's a party I can play at.
There
that's
you
cool.
go.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, you just need a cord and an amp.
Yeah.
Fix an amp. If it's broken, have him come fix it, and then he can come play for you.
Yep, so get his number.
Yeah. MiCk.com.
One word. Yeah.
Nice. Would you like to push a button?
Oh, yeah, Davis.
Oh, that's the button of the day. Yeah. Well, it's such a
All right,
pleasure.
Nick.
Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. Aw, that's nice. All right, we'll be back. We got more fun. Wednesday of May. Yeah, we'll be back.
New internet. Featuring rising stars and living legends too. It's a life, fun time, and full of surprises. It's a place to
I got skeletons